Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the channel. I'm VM. If you wonder what happened to my hair, just check my video about getting out of your comfort zone. The link gonna be in the description below. Lately I received multiple requests from you guys to discuss a topic that I have to be very careful with because it's an extremely sensitive discussion with so many variables that tell you if, when and how you should gather confidence and end your relationship. VM, how do I end a 2-year relationship? VM, how I gather confidence to end a 5-year relationship? VM, how to end a 10-year-old marriage? Answering such questions is a pretty heavy responsibility, and I may miss some very important pointers while trying not to make this video 1 hour long. So if I miss something, do tell and share in the comment section. I will also summarize this whole video in the description below for your convenience. And by the way, we're getting closer to 500 subscribers. Hey, after all, before flying, one must learn to stand and walk. So hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Yes, there. Now here are some ground rules for this video. I'm gonna read this, it's our document. First, I'm not a professional nor anyhow certified board member of any Relationship Gurus Anonymous. Second, after watching this video, you must continue to educate yourself to enrich your decision-making process with knowledge and wisdom. And the third, do not ever apply any mine or others' advices blindly. Listen, analyze, evaluate with accordance to your particular situation, and only then act. Please sign. So here are the 7 stages of the entire process. Stage 1. Do I really want to end it and why? You see, this is the most important stage in making up your mind. The answers to these questions will determine the course of your actions. So be honest with yourself, because the actions you will be taking from now on will require your full commitment and unquestionable determination in every step you take. There are 2 tricky mistakes you should be aware of to avoid. First mistake is that you should ask yourself, are these local and or impulsive feelings and emotions that make you only think that you want to end it? Yes, as simple as it is, there is no couple in the world that never went through times when at least one of the spouses had thoughts to end the relationship at some point. It is natural, couples fight, make up, fight again, stressful times at work, money problems, all those things take toll on people. But sometimes these are the most important events to hold each other's hands and break through together. So ask yourself, is it impulsive or you honestly had enough? Mistake number 2, other reasons for your wish, internal, external, or both. The point here is that, as we said before, sometimes life brings us tests to give us an opportunity to grow. These tests can be periodic and not always depend on us, but certainly may negatively influence our attitudes towards our surroundings. Therefore, evaluate whether these causes are a temporary event or these changes are your new reality and he or she no longer fit in it. Stage 2. Is it really unfixable? This is the time to go back and to reevaluate whether you, yourself, and you as a couple have done enough to make this partnership work. Love is not only about pleasures, butterflies, and romantic sunset. Love is also about sweat, overcoming bitter days and struggles. You do not want to find yourself in a position of one day waking up and saying that you could have done more. This will be extremely damaging to your self-perception and ability to move on. Therefore, ask and answer honestly. Have I done all in my power to save the ship from sinking? And if you find out that there is a thing or two that you could do, then do it. At this stage, you should avoid the 3 following mistakes. Mistake 1. Do not get closed inside. Communicate with your significant other, share their emotions and what you're going through. If and when communicating with your partner, avoid at any cost blaming and accusing him or her. Pointing fingers will only trigger defensive modes instead of communication. Instead, concentrate on your emotions, how you feel and what makes you feel that way. This is also a great opportunity to put this whole situation into perspective for your partner, so he or she understands what will happen if no solution's found. Mistake number 2, do not be shy and turn for help to the people outside. Being stuck in your situation will only blind you, blocking your ability to think objectively. Turn to those people that you're sure that will give you an objective and honest advice. And if needed, go for some professional help, a good consultant. Those guys know a good trick or two.
Sometimes we forget how to do the easiest thing in the world, which is just to talk to each other.
Mistake 3. Know when to say enough is enough. Trying to save a relationship does not mean that now you need to live your life in constant time and efforts waste. draw a solid line at which you stand firm and say that's it. And when you come to a conclusion that you've done everything to make it work and those efforts failed, then let's discuss stage 3, overcoming fears. Yes, the most difficult battle happens here. This battle happens on a very vulnerable field against the worst of enemies that you could face. This enemy is you, yourself, the one who fears changes. There is not much that I can do for you in a battle against your fears, but to shed some light on what you barely can see, let alone feel. That is the amazing opportunity that lays in front of you to take, to conquer. Give yourself a break. You're wasting too much energy thinking how your life will look like the day after. You're imagining to yourself how you will be sleeping alone, and what a struggle it's gonna be to find another partner, love, what your family and friends will say, think, and so on. What you must realize and accept is a simple fact that all these fears make sense, they're natural. Most of us are sick with this inherited deep fear of unknown, situations that we think we cannot control. But let me ask you a simple question, are you happy now? The answer is no. So if you keep yourself in this current choking dark reality of yours, there's only one direction it will go. With time, this pain and sadness will only grow. And now answer to yourself, do you, my friend, deserve to raise up, give yourself a solid chance for better life, and bring back that smile on your face? The answer is yes. Yeah! So fuck the fears, send them off, control your life, spread your wings and go, take off. Stage 4, plan how to execute. This is a more practical stage where you build a plan of exit. Also, it's going to be very helpful in overcoming the leftovers of your fears because now you begin to eliminate the factor of the unknown. At this stage, there are a couple of aspects you should take into consideration. Aspect 1, what are the limitations that present a certain complication? For example, it can be some economical ties. I don't know, you own a house together or you run a business together. Or it can be a much more vulnerable participant, like a kid, or 2, or 10. But hey, children are not a reason to be stuck in a relationship that sucks. Children feel it, and if the environment at home is toxic, you inflict much more pain than you can even imagine. Turn to a professional for an advice. A good lawyer. Aspect 2. I always say that even if a relationship has failed, you still should feel responsible for one another. So don't think only of yourself, but also think how this message should be best delivered to the one whom you once called my love. Aspect 3, plan the aftermath events. This must include the preparation of a supportive environment, whether physical or mental, that will help you, push you, and give you power on your journey through a detox. Family, friends, new hobbies, parties, be creative. And by the way, do you feel how amazing the tomorrow is? Stage 5, execution. This is when it happens. But you have nothing to worry about because you have everything planned. The stage is set and you're about to open the door for a much exciting future. So just calm down and do it. However, let's repeat some mistakes that you should avoid. Mistake number 1, do not point fingers. Don't. Do not blame him or her, but just explain how you feel and what made you to decide to let it go. Mistake number 2, he or she may get defensive, obviously, and start a fight. Do not fall into this trap. Give them the time to release the steam, but make them understand the decision has been made and it is final. Mistake number 3, do not make this whole event too long, just enough to explain, express, and to make the final point. That is over, darling. Bon voyage. Stage 6, the day after the event. This one is tough, but you're ready for it too. You have set the circle of support before. This is time to engage it. Begin your small steps into the world full of new opportunities and new experiences. You will be vulnerable and must control your stupid thoughts and actions. For example, I don't know, calling him or her one lonely evening when you're horny, drunk. Don't do it. We have previously discussed how to overcome a heartbreak. This is very relevant to this stage. So in order not to repeat that video, I will put a link to it in the description below, so obviously watch it. By the way, now thinking about this, you can also share that video with your ex-to-be. And finally, last stage, stage 7. Live your life and do everything to live it to the fullest. And I wish you that the next one that you meet will honestly deserve your love. And that story will be worth the struggles of today. And if not, well, the next one, come on, 8 billion people in the world. You have plenty of choice. Whew, wow, this one was long, right? If you made it though till here, trust me, there is nothing in the world that you cannot overcome. Just don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. This was VM. See ya.